I got here, it was a leap of faith, and honestly, just being here and just having a preferred walk-on opportunity, it was just everything to me. So my whole intent was just trying to be present throughout this whole process, and having a scholarship that wasn't the idea at all. But when he mentioned it and he brought them in as guests, I'm thinking we're finna have another motivational speaker. I'm thinking Inky Johnson finna walk through the door. My teammates yelling LeBron. One of my teammates beside me yelled Kobe, and I was like, okay, bro, you can't say that. But it was surreal. Everything else went blank. Like after when I saw my wife and daughter Serenity walk through the door, everything else went blank. Like I didn't even hear the word scholarship. I was just like, what is going on? Like she had to remind me, we had to watch the video over to know what was all said. So I'm still in disbelief. Like for God to put him on his heart to do that for me, it was everything that I could dream for, honestly. And honestly, just having a wife and a daughter, like it just made us reassured that this move was definitely in the right benefit for us, and it was just definitely divine and everything. So it was just reassuring. A lot of weight lifted off, and then just to have that moment with my daughter and just trying to live out this season by walking by faith and not by sight, it just felt good. It just felt really good.
How did that opportunity to walk on here come about for you?
Man, honestly, it was a process. It was a lengthy process because the coach who offered me at Jackson State ended up getting an opportunity here by the name of Coach Fleming. And so he ended up leaving to go to Toledo. So I was just like, so what does that mean for my preferred walk-on opportunity? And he put me in contact with Coach Miller. And so I just DM'd him on Twitter, didn't hear anything back, and I just kept DMing him for like weeks upon weeks, hoping that he would respond, and then he eventually did. And then after Mother's Day weekend, I took a visit to a D2 school out in southeastern Oklahoma, and I was okay with going there. And then once I got back to Washington with my wife and their family, that's when Coach AK randomly called me and gave me the preferred walk-on opportunity again, and the rest was history. I just took it and ran with it. Never been to Auburn, to Alabama before, so it was just really just a trust in God throughout the whole process.
And just what's the year been like for you here? I know this is your third stop now.
Yeah.
What's kind of stuck out about it?
Man, just the community. Just so many relationships I built here, and it's just been just surreal to walk into a place where it's truly a family-oriented environment. I mean, the first thing that I saw when we came and visited the school was just family. And it was just surreal because I've been into programs where they preach family, but for it to be really instilled and just to have my family of my own during my last experience, it's everything that you can dream of. I'm still processing it day in and day out. Like, everything is so new because I'm like in this weird season of trying to stay present, but also like this is all coming to an end. So it's bittersweet, but also just having my daughter has really changed my whole perspective, man. And it's really put things the way it should be, and just trying to live out my purpose through her has been amazing. Mm-hmm.
When you walk away from the Auburn program, what do you want your impact to be on the plane?
Man, just trying to be somebody that cares more about my teammates more than myself. And I feel like just having a family, it definitely makes you do that even more so. But I feel like that's what's been my whole college experience. Just trying to be a servant, and because I know my life is not my own, and it's literally what God has allowed me to see throughout this whole process of me being a collegiate athlete. And that's what I wanted to be about, is just me being a servant to other people and just trying to touch lives the best way I can. Especially being here, I know a lot of athletes, especially football players, can have a lot of pressure on themselves being in the SEC and just being at a school like this. And so for them to know that somebody cares about them spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally throughout this whole process is what I want to be remembered as. Mm-hmm.
What's kind of your goal after college football? Like what's, do you want to go into coaching? What's sort of the next step for you?
Man, I definitely want to be at a place where I see collegiate athletes have college football player associations, because I'm on a leadership committee for that. It's been a long dream of mine. It's something I prayed for throughout this whole process, and just to see what's going on throughout the NCAA, you can kind of see the shift towards everything that's happening, to what I'm saying. So that's definitely what I want to be an advocate for sure. But I know I've been talking to some of my coaches. They see that I'm a coach, so I definitely will try to get into that. But I don't know. I feel in my heart just after that happened, me wanting to stay and just serve the team in whatever shape or capacity that may be. I've talked to Brother Chet, and it's cool just hearing his story and just being around him and being in his presence. Like, I really wouldn't trade that for the world. So I really don't know. Like I said, we're just taking it one day at a time. That's it.
I think Coach Freeze said in the video, the hype video that came out, that you took out a loan to come here. Is that accurate?
Yes,
Yeah.
a private loan. I thought I was going to get more FAFSA, but when you have another undergraduate degree, especially with how old I am and throughout the process, you don't get a Pell Grant. So I ended up having to take a private loan. Ended up working out within itself. It was just for me, I was just more so fearful because I've never not been on scholarship throughout this whole process, so I didn't know what it would be like. But it was honestly more soothing than I thought it would be. But it's just cool, like having this whole journey of being a walk-on, because I get to see like what it's like for other walk-ons that I've been on prior teams, and just being on this team. It's some great group of guys, and I'm very appreciative to be a part of this journey. And it's weird saying walk-on now that I'm on scholarship, but I mean, I still feel like I'm enjoying every bit of my role that has been throughout my whole collegiate athletic journey, for sure.
Kind of with your journey, I mean, you don't see a lot of guys who not only play for 3 different programs, but, start at Power 5, go, D2, and then come back to Power 5 in this role. Just like, I mean, when you talk to people about just your college football experience, like what do you tell them it is, and
Man, it's definitely been trials and tribulations throughout the whole process, but I really feel like if I didn't go through each experience, I wouldn't have the purpose of something to live for and something to die for. And so that's what I would say. I mean, life is never something smooth sailing. You're going to go through mountains and valleys, and just like each environment that I've been in, there's been mountains and valleys through each one, but I'm grateful that I'm at a place where God has allowed me to endure each emotion and just navigate this whole experience. My wife has definitely been a huge part of that, especially my mother. Man, the first thing she told me upon coming here, just throughout the whole process of me telling her about this whole opportunity being at Auburn, she was just saying, don't let them see you, Kassidy, let them see Jesus. So that's been my whole, objective throughout this whole process, just me becoming less and less and him become greater and greater.
How old is your daughter now?
She's 4 months. She'll be 5 months in 2 days. So it's going so fast, man. It's one thing hearing it, but actually seeing it and seeing that to be true when people say it's going to go fast, it's been surreal. My teachers, they've been so welcoming. Like, I bring her to class. My classmates have been so welcoming too. Like, it's just been great all around. I'm grateful to be here at Auburn.
How has Coach Freeze impacted your fatherhood journey? He has girls and he's a girl dad, so how has he had an impact on that?
Man, I know a lot of people have said it starts off easy, then it gets harder. So, but honestly, it's so many great fathers around here, and that's the main thing that has been so refreshing and so rewarding, that I'm not just being poured into as a football player, but I'm getting poured into how to be a father, how to navigate this whole journey of being a father with a daughter at this age and with my last year of eligibility. But it's been great, man. Like, I receive nuggets from each and every coach because they're fathers as well, so it's truly rewarding.